California is such a beautiful state, and Southern California is no exception. We are here in Palm Springs, beautiful resort town, retirement community for all types of people, and the homeless problem has mushroomed into a huge issue.
The homeless population here, I can't even say quadrupled, tripled, it's more than sextupled. We got 2 buses from LA and 2 buses from San Bernardino bussed in last week.
And where do they drop them off?
They just downtown by the casino. They just drop them off, say, here's your stop. And they'd get out and they just start
Wandering around.
wandering through the city from there.
You were telling me that you thought it was dangerous because they're unknown, these people.
Well, I mean, if you're bussing people in from everywhere else, nobody knows their rap sheet, nobody knows anything about them. They're not a local, they have no ties to anybody here.
Right.
I'm not saying they're all bad, I'm not saying anything.
But it's the
like,
potential for danger is there.
It definitely increases it when you bring bus loads of people to a city
Right.
that isn't built for it.
Chris, I had a question.
Yeah.
Something that's important. Veterans.
Yes.
Right. It's
Very important, very, very important to our
Right,
country. That's
right.
that's why we're here.
Right. And
Yeah.
and there's a big problem with homelessness amongst veterans.
There's a lot of loopholes for them. I mean, the VA doesn't cover a lot of things for them, or like they're so overwhelmed and underfunded that they can't do much for them. So
Right.
like it's hard for them to get housing and the help they need, because the mental help is a big thing for the veterans out here.
I'll be 66 years old, and for 22 of those 66 years, my daughter Lily, till she took her life, I hope she's with her mama Jack. She died in 2015. So everybody gone. You'll learn all kinds of stuff. I've been on the streets in Palm Springs 2 winters in a row trying to save the planet. I came out here to do 10, 23, 23. I tried to do the show, right? The show for like 21st century Woodstock. Okay? Around the world, everybody gotta play music and love and peace. And if you don't, you get loaded aboard one of 23 SpaceX ships and get sent to the outer space and burn in the fucking atmosphere.
I'd say there's at least 100, 200 vets.
Really?
Like spread out
Homeless.
in between,
Homeless.
different ages, young vets, old vets. They got hurt in war. They got addicted to something, a pain med, something like that.
Right.
They ended up fell off with no help from
Right.
who put them there originally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they're really trying, and I mean these
Right.
guys out here, they do what they can, but you know it's hard.
It's a symptom, and it's a symptom of an underlying problem. When you go to the doctor and you have a symptom, you have a fever, you have aches and pains, the doctor doesn't necessarily treat just the symptom. He may give you an aspirin, he may give you a pain reliever, that type of thing, but he looks for the problem, the underlying problem that are causing these symptoms. And that is what is not being done in California. It doesn't seem like it's being done in the United States at all, but it's not being done in California. There certainly are people out there who probably are, but in general, it's not being done. And that is the difference, is to find out what the real underlying problems are. And that's what we can do. We have an idea of what the underlying problems are, and with your help, we can begin to solve this tragic and painful problem.